crap the other day. Like, do you know what I mean?
It doesn't make any
mad.
sense. It's where are the priorities of the government and why is it not on the thing? Do you know like stuff like we don't even own Royal Mail anymore?
What? No, I didn't know that.
Did you know that
I'm not
company?
surprised.
Private company owns Royal Mail.
And aren't they selling the police force at the moment? Like what? It's so dystopian. A lot of the things that's going on at the moment is very dystopian in many ways.
It's crazy. It's like how they don't want to be called Royal Mail anymore because obviously
because they're not the Royal Mail. Really, I didn't. Is this something that's been going on in the news?
Yeah,
I haven't been following, but wow.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised though. It's
crazy.
I'm not surprised.
The government are just selling everything.
Hey, positive story, because there's so much crap in the news.
I have got positive
cool.
in my news.
Quick anecdote, if that's all right.
Of course, bro.
Well, no, my godmother lives in a beautiful place in Devon called Totnes.
Yeah.
And they were about to build a Costa there, and it was going to be they've got a few independent coffee shops that have been there a long time, and everyone in the village petitioned, and they didn't get a Costa. And they won the petition against Costa, and Costa did not build a Costa in this village. So the independent coffee shops kept their business and kept running.
Fair enough.
And that was a couple of years ago now, but so it's not always big business winning.
Yeah, it's true.
There's little victories. What's a king to a mob though? What's a mob to a king?
Yeah. So first segment in the show.
Dun dun dun.
Is what's happening in the world.
Oh God.
What is it? I don't know what to start with. What was this?
I'm excited to hear whatever we're gonna start with.
I'm going to start with. Let's start with some somewhat positive article about the government.
Sounds good.
So there's a housing crisis at the moment.
There's been a housing crisis for a while, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I saw this article today in the Independent. It says about the government. The title says housing crisis. Government gets behind community homes with a £163 million fund.
Government gets behind community homes with £153 million, £63 million fund.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Where is that definitely happening? That sounds really positive. Is that today's news?
And
what date is it today we're recording this? Because people will be listening to this next week, aren't they?
Friday the 27th. So they'll be listening to it next week.
That's recent, man.
Yeah, that's recent for now, yeah.
That's very recent.
So, basically, there's this guy called John Blackie.
Blackie.
Yeah, and he wanted to start building houses. But obviously it wasn't by choice, it's just by the fact that there are lack of affordable housing for anyone to move into.
Totally.
Especially young people.
Yeah.
So he started he started like some sort of village community.
Where was this?
It is in the Yorkshire Dales.
Nice. Okay.
So they've got some sort of. It says like last year the residents stepped in because the petrol station was going to be going out of business.
Right.
And the residents stepped in and they helped save the petrol station.
And is that what began the whole community housing project that's led to the government giving them all that funding?
Well, the main reason is because at this moment in time there's a school near. It's called Arkengatherdale Primary School, which celebrated 350 years in 2009.
Wow.
But they only have
a vintage primary school right there, isn't it?
But because of the lack of affordable housing, so everyone who lives there and who probably want to take their kids there, they don't live in the area because there's no affordable housing in there.
Yeah.
There's only 14 children in that school.
What?
So that's the main
reason. And it's not a private school.
No.
It's a state's primary with 14 kids.
Yeah.
Must have like one teacher.
Yeah.
But they've got a whole school building. They've got the capacity to have like a couple of hundred kids or whatever.
Yeah. But they've only got 14 children.
Because no one can live in the area because it's too expensive.
Yeah.
What, so are there like loads of empty houses in the area?
Not empty houses.
It's just rich people without kids?
Without kids, yeah.
Rah. So people and no one can trek far enough.
Yeah.
There aren't loads of kids. Yeah, wow. That's ridiculous. I'm sure there's many things like that going on. Do you know what I mean? Little bits like that where it's being wasted, and then there's so many schools that are oversubscribed, and
But basically, I think it was the National Community Community-led housing network. Basically, that's who's received the fund. Is the government are creating?
Government set up a fund for a community-led housing project.
Yeah. So
Wow.
They're starting the community housing fund.
Mate, that sounds incredible.
So that's what they've invested the 163
I wonder,
million into.
I don't want to be sceptical. Well, I hope not. / I wonder how much some big property company is going to take out of that, though. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I worry that with a lot of projects like that. Well, no, I mean, hopefully it's in the hands of the right people. But do you know what I mean? They're going to have to employ someone's going to get paid a lot. Property is such a big industry, of course.
What I understand,
hopefully none of that money goes more in the hands of the people doing it than it should, and the money goes to creating affordable housing.
Yeah, that's what I think. If you have to have, I think the problem is a lot of people who want to make community houses at the moment, the problem is they don't have the money for the planning permissions and everything like that, whereas private people, they can just fund it like that.
For sure.
So the community fund is meant to help.
Yeah, it's rare. I haven't heard of a community. It sounds quite unusual. I haven't heard
for
of
a community. The community housing fund is basically, so if you're trying to start a community housing that's basically meant to be affordable housing for your community, then you should be able to get money from this fund to help pay for any planning permissions or.
So is this a fund? So they've just set up this fund for that in that area.
No, it's not.
It's UK wise, country
UK wise, yeah.
But it's starting in that area, kind of.
But that's what this article is basically.
That's a reference to that. But so it's something that anyone can apply for, or like not anyone obviously, but if you've got a project and you've got a community and you wanted to create a social housing project, you can apply for it.
From what I understand,
would that apply to the same as like if you wanted to sort of set up a community living kind of place, like a small community living, for example, like try and find like a big old mansion that's not being used or something, or a big house, doesn't need to be a mansion, but convert it into many rooms and have a community where everyone community cooks and looks after the place and stuff.
I mean, maybe you probably have to look it up properly on .gov.
Yeah.
But from
what would people search if people want to research?
If you want to research
the article,
this article, you can just look at community housing fund.
Okay.
So that's what the government is starting up. But I thought that was
sounds fantastic.
It sounds
come on,
amazing, right?
It's at the end of Russell Howe's good news. Start of it at the beginning though. Come on.
Where is my notepad? Oh, here it is. Right. What else is there? My days. When I read this.
What?
Basically,
yeah.
Do you know how like black cabs and Ubers are having all this beef about how, they don't want Ubers to be about.
Didn't they lose their license and get it? They said it was going to go in 2 years. Haven't they got it back?
They won the.
It's not going to go anymore, is it?
Yeah, they won.
They're staying in London, right?
It's staying, but apparently.
So they didn't go at any point. They were many, but they didn't.
Obviously, what happened was they lost their TfL didn't renew the license, and then they were meant to stop licensing, but. Then Uber appealed it, so that meant they could still run until 2020 anyway. So in that time, they just fixed up everything they needed to fix up, then went to court, and they won.
It's a useful service, though, I suppose.
Exactly.
I can't use it. The app never works for me. Like, it's bugged out.
But basically, black cab driver. So the title reads: Black cab driver drags unconscious passenger from the cab, dumps him in the middle of the road. And it was caught on CCTV.
Black cab driver dumps unconscious passenger in the middle of the road.
And it was all caught on CCTV.
What? Like in the middle, like not on a pavement, like in the road.
I'll show you the video.
That's a ridiculous title. You talk about like a gripping title, a hook title.
Bruv. Why are you doing this? How do I...
Gotta be careful nowadays, isn't there? There's some nuts people about. Always have been, I suppose, but... yeah.
Oh, there you go. Right. Oh, there's no audio.
So jealous of your half-decent laptop.
There's no audio, but...
Oh, no audio.
This is the cab driver.
Yeah. Oh, no. Right in the centre. He
takes him out the road, in the middle of the road, drags him, literally...
No way. Oh, he's going towards the pavement. No, he's just leaving him behind the car.
Yeah.
He's not going to run him over, though. He's going to drive forward, right?
Yeah.
But oh my days.
Yeah.
Poor guy. What?
Yeah.
This is shocking footage.
He drives off.
Everyone should watch this.
This is the shockingest part. Look, my man's walking past an hour or two later.
That's not the same cabbie.
That's the same cabbie that dropped him off, bro.
How do you know?
Because he's wearing the same clothes.
No.
It's the same guy. He walks up, talks to some
And everyone's just standing by the guy. No one's putting him in the recovery position or nothing.
Because
I presume police or ambulance came eventually.
Yeah, but
what the hell?
He just left him, man.
This doesn't look like real footage. What we're watching. This looks like a joke.
I wish it was, but that's literally what happened, man.
Right, do we know? So, is there more details to this story? Are you gonna tell us the ins
I
and outs now, or
literally,
what?
All the article says is CCTV footage shows the moment a taxi driver drags an unconscious passenger from his cab by the feet and dumps him in the middle of a busy road.
What's the point in telling people that? Why are you just gonna tell people that and show them a video? Is that not just like clickbait?
Yeah, I know.
Like, that's not even proper news. Like, obviously that's news. That's worthy. That's shocking. That shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
But displaying it in that format, is that not just clickbait?
Exactly.
What news website is it?
It's on the Independent. Yeah.
Right, yeah, but I don't know. Like, obviously that shouldn't happen. That's shocking.
They're trying to track down the cabbie. That's what they've written in this
Oh,
article.
okay, all right, fair enough. Fair enough. Have they not got his cab's number plate? The cab's number plate's got to be on that CCTV, and it's a black cab. Surely, what?
It was, but it's not
right there,
good
no?
enough quality. Really.
No way, and they can't use that camera to zoom in and see the license plate.
Maybe they can.
Maybe they can, or they can't. Maybe they can't.
Yeah, you know.
Wow, but I mean, he's talking to another cabbie there. Surely one of them cab's number plates is visible, and they can chat to that person, no?
I mean.
Oh my,
it's crazy.
Right.
This is what's happening in this world, you know, and I don't understand it. Like how,
that's
at
weird.
least if he's unconscious, at least take him to the. Like this
Don't
is
just dump him in the road. What on earth are you doing?
Like,
yeah, that's great. The guy must have been a bit mental. But you never know. You never know what's gone on beforehand, do you?
That's true.
You never know what's gone on beforehand.
But he could have at least dropped him at the hospital. You know.
I mean, the guy might have just tried to kill his whole family, though. In which case, I guess you can understand him dropping in the road. But obviously,
either way,
the guy's unconscious.
Exactly, you have a duty of care.
Maybe the cabbie's just... I don't know, that's just weird, yeah.
Either way...
That's an intriguing story, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's no other details, unfortunately, so...
That's a bit...
It is what it is.
Wow. Well, moving swiftly on then, that was it. I want to know... Oh, yeah, what's next?
Let's move on to the next one.
What's next?
Yeah, this one, again, it blew my mind. I was just like... when I read basically what happened, I read the title and then I went to the toilet and I was like, no, what? And then I thought about the scenario. The only scenario what it could be is that's the only thing he could say. And so basically, a burglar wakes up a couple.
Yeah.
To ask to use their Wi-Fi.
What?
The burglar said he needed network access because he was out of data.
The only thing I can... Yeah, no, I mean, he obviously... that's ridiculous. Obviously, he just got caught doing the move, innit? He got clocked, come on.
That's what I'm saying, but
what?
Apparently it wasn't his... That was the second time that he got caught, but...
He woke them up. They didn't wake up. He woke them up. He was like,
well,
hey, guys, can I use your Wi-Fi?
It says a 60-something couple in a Paula Alto got...
Is that in the UK or not?
I don't think so.
Okay. Sounds like Brazil, Paula. I don't.
It got an unpleasant surprise on Sunday when they woke up in the middle of the night to find a masked intruder in their bedroom. He said he wanted to use the couple's Wi-Fi. The burglar didn't get the Wi-Fi password he was looking for, however. The man obviously leaped out of the bed and confronted him, shoved him out the hallway, got him out the front door.
Right.
Police immediately were called and troublemaker was arrested minutes later. No one was injured.
So they woke up. He didn't wake them up asking for the Wi-Fi. They woke up and he asked for the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
That's just that's like a funny little story about... So basically there was a burglary. This comical moment happened during said burglary. Yeah, that wouldn't have made the papers without that moment. That's pretty funny though.
Yeah, but
there's a lot of people who can think on his feet.
But
and
he's
got a career in comedy.
17-year-old boy.
17-year-old boy.
Yeah, he's been unnamed. Obviously.
I'm sure he does have a career in something better than bloody that. But
apparently
stuck in some system or some situation that's meaning he's doing that instead of
maybe
following the passion for comedy or something. Random example, but you know what I'm saying.
But the day before, apparently it was reported that he did the same thing at someone else's house. Before.
Didn't get caught asking for Wi-Fi.
He didn't get caught on. Yeah, no, it was the same situation. He was just like, I'm out on network. Can I use your?
Wait, he said that twice, 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
He got caught 2 nights in a row doing burglaries and said the same thing.
Yeah. But
I
obviously,
can't believe he went out and did another burglary after he got caught the first night.
But the first one
That's-
was the best.
poor-
Yeah, what
poor
happened
kid.
was the
He
first
must
one
be
when I read
doing-
it was the best. Yeah, he broke in. Obviously, he got confronted the same way as they came in. They